Hello, comrades. After finally completing my bachelor's degree, I now have more time to make videos, among other things that I've had to neglect or put on the back burner working towards my degree. I'm gonna continue to convert essays that I've written into videos, but now those don't have to be the only videos that I do with my schedule finally open again. And with that, we come to a new series that will hopefully help people find new literature to study, and maybe even they can recommend it to other people. In this installment of Recommended Radical Reading, or RRR, I'm talking about the For Beginners series. I was first introduced to these books in my senior year of high school, which is the same time that I began my transition from a liberal to a Marxist-Leninist. These books are highly accessible. Some do go a little more in-depth with particular subjects than others, but overall the For Beginners series does live up to its name. These books, they're basically a variety of graphic novel-length comic books that cover various political ideologies, world philosophies, historical trends, and similar topics in normally less than 200 pages, making them relatively quick reads. I personally have 7 of these books, so I'll just say a little bit about each one that I own. Capitalism for Beginners by socialist economist Robert Lukács, or Lukács, however you pronounce his last name, it provides a simplified analysis of capitalism from the days of Adam Smith up to the Reaganomics era. Lenin for Beginners serves as a biography of Lenin, an explanation on the development of socialism in Russia, the struggles leading up to the October Revolution, and the early days of the Soviet Union under Lenin. Marx for Beginners is a biography of Karl Marx, additionally detailing the influence of Hegel, the development of philosophy from the days of the ancient Greeks, and Marx's own theoretical developments. Mao for Beginners and Che for Beginners effectively serve the same purpose as Lenin and Marx. Mao for Beginners is even written and illustrated by the same person who wrote Marx for Beginners. I won't go much more in-depth since they share a similar purpose to Marx and Lenin, but they're worth reading nonetheless. CUBA for Beginners also serves a similar purpose. However, this book, which is also by the same person as Mao and Marx, discusses the history of colonialism and imperialism in Cuba until the 1959 revolution led by Fidel Castro against the Batista regime, along with some explanations as to how Cuba's socialist economy and political system functions. Finally, the last one of these that I have is Marx's Kapital for Beginners, essentially serving as an abridged explanation of Marx's Capital in easy-to-understand terms. It isn't a replacement for actually reading Capital, but it suffices until you actually can read Capital, or if you, already have, it can just be a good refresher. Of these 7 books that I have, there has not been one that didn't either teach me something new or help me better understand something. They're easy to read, and they're great refreshers. You could buy these books directly from the For Beginners website, or depending on the publisher, the Introduction to Series website, but the prices are pretty high, so you're better off buying used off of like eBay, Better World Books, or something else like that. There are plenty more that I want to read, such as Gender and Sexuality for Beginners, Paul Robeson for Beginners. Hell, they even have one on Howard Zinn. I really can't recommend these books enough. They aren't perfect by any means. Lenin for Beginners does unfortunately buy into the bullshit about Trotsky and Lenin's Testament, for example, but regardless of these flaws, the books are still worth reading. This concludes the first installment of Radical Reading Recommendations, but I can assure you all that there will be more to come as I finally have time to read books that aren't boxed within a specific subject or anything like that. If any of you happen to have book recommendations for me or anything like that, feel free to let me know in the comments or on my Facebook. I would also like to give a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed to me, shared my videos, and helped get this channel to over 700 subscribers. Even when I could only upload one short video a month or so, you all still help this channel grow, and I can't thank you all enough. The closer to 1,000 subscribers I get, the closer I am to making a Patreon, so that I can finally start giving back to all of you, even in small amounts. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, send it to your friends, and share on social media. Hell, maybe even consider subscribing if you're new here. If you'd like to get more frequent updates on videos and other things that I do, be sure to follow me on Facebook. My name is Jymee, and thank you for watching.